welcome. I'm Mike from Mike Shipwriter, and today we're talking about fleet ships. Really, and some could say they're the best free ships. That's right, free, as in no money. Now, what are fleet ships? Fleet ships are considered some of the best ships that one can buy without having to rely on a lockbox. Most fleet ships are better than their Sea Star counterparts. There are some requirements to have before you can obtain one, and you don't even need to earn premium currency. Those are the big things, and you do need to be part of a fleet, as this is the window you'll see once you get yourself in there. This is a random fleet image. So, what's the difference between this Sea Star and fleet ships? Which is always a big question. Now, the Sea Star, you will effectively have to pay once, but you could easily obtain a ship as many times as you like for free. I mean, that's including the Sea Star versions of a ship usually comes with a console, a starship trait, and sometimes a special weapon. Although in some cases the console is removed in place of a special weapon. But they will always come with the ship whenever you buy the new ship. Some ships are actually are available in a bundle. And also there's several 100% T6 tokens that can be used to obtain most Sea Star ships, barring those within the Muds market. Muds markets are effectively old lockbox ships anyway, so they're effectively fleet level anyway. Okay, fleet ships. They have higher stat than its Sea Star variants, and usually has one more console slot. There's a few T5 ships that flip this around, but they're usually because the fleet variant is actually a old event ship, which it's basically got the Sea Star level of the time, and the fleet and the Sea Star versions actually have the fleet level stuff. For most ships, the console, starship trait, and special weapons are not included. In some cases, the special weapon is part of the ship, and basically you can't pull it off, so it will be effectively is part of the ship, so it'll be included for that. You can't obtain a fleet ship for free. This is one of the few ships outside the Sea Star that isn't relying on a gambling price. The lobby, because I'm counting lobby and most prize packs, other prize packs and not all Sea Star ships do have a fleet variant. I mean, quite a few very good Sea Star ships do not have a fleet variant, I can tell you that now. So, are the requirements? Yes, there are. Biggest requirement, to obtain a fleet ship, be a member of a fleet. The second one is the fleet needs to have obtained the ability to buy a chosen ship. This is pretty much a requirement. Yeah. Your character has to be promoted to a position where that character can buy said ship. Please know that this is a requirement. The requirements vary between fleets because the actual setting outside of being fleet leader, where you always have all the permissions. The position to be promoted to is up. The actual options is basically set up by the fleet leader. So stuff related to fleet leaders. But I've got to mention that as most other ships, almost all other ships, when you buy them, you do need to have an empty ship slot to equip to have the ship to go into. It's a pretty simple one, and you need to have currently at the time when you get it, you will need to have 20,000 fleet credits. This could be earned by donation to the fleet. I'll cover some of that in a bit more detail. You need 5 fleet ship models for T-ship in your character's inventory. This will be discounted to 1 if you already own the Sea Star variant of the same ship. That is the. But be aware that's it. It's one particular ship, so you can't get away with buying the Sao Paulo. I'm thinking you can get the T6 fleet defined. Actually, that particularly Sao Paulo is the T5 Sea Star variant, but anyway, that is those two T6 ships will be a bit of a weird one. I'll cover in a lot more details later. Anyway, your fleet has to have at least one military fleet ship provisioning. This is a semi-hidden stat which you can find within your fleet system, with your fleet menus. But this basically is how much your ship how many bits you can buy for it, and you've got to be basically standing next to a ship requisition officer within any social hub or even on the fleet starbase, assuming that you've not the ability to use that particular officer there. Now, the biggest question most people might have see after that is the 20,000 fleet credits. And yes, this actually is one of the easier requirements, because many of the other items cost more fleet credits. Yeah, many of the items I would actually recommend as we've got access to a fleet to buy would actually cost 50,000 fleet credits. So this is not a too bad thing. Now, these are the now I've recently brought up a list of the cost with the full amount if you just to pay it so for just that particular item. So it costs about 20,000 lithium, which if you so wish to just pay just the lithium, and it works about 60 days requirement if you want to go the lithium only. But you can pick it in many other ways to get it. So you can also pay if from various means. You also use up to 2 million energy credits. That's right, up to 2 million energy credits it can cost. It could also cost up to 500,000 expertise. This is basically semi-hidden stuff which you can use to fill up fleet projects and stuff. A relatively simply easy one to obtain is 400 fleet max, or 800 if you're going to use if your fleet is progressed enough that they can equip or run the surplus fleet map project. And between 134 common duty officers and to the minimum of 10 very rare duty officers. Now this cost varies between project and quality of duty officer. The the 134 common is actually is the minimum, is the least common, the lowest ratio between the duty officer to fleet credits, and the 10s at the is at the top end. So that is that with the fact that that is the pretty much, and you can use any of the combinations of those, so you don't have to have, and it's not all at once, just one of those, or just parts of one of those. Now, moving on to the one people are going to be asking about, how do you get fleet shape modules? And fleet shape modules are pretty relatively easy to find if you know where to look. Now we're going to start with the easiest place to, well, the place where most, well, used to be the only place to find them, is the C-Store. It costs 500 Zen for one module, or 2,000 Zen for a 5-pack. That's $5 for one module, or $20 for a 5-pack. And that 5-pack is actually basically priced at 4 plus a freebie. Since these will not be bound to count to unless, and can be sold at exchange, barring some issues, which only if you are playing certain, if you've got your account on a slightly restriction based, which means you can't just sell these on. But people do sell these quite often. Sell fleet modules on, to make up some EC. So you can actually, so unlike delivering to Zen Exchange, it's quite possible to flip a lot of EC items in a relatively short space of time and get to your required 5 fleet ship modules free with some work on the exchange and blowing stuff up. Now the most guaranteed way I can recommend to is getting up to tier 6 to unlock the ability to buy 1 fleet ship module per reputation. With 13 reputations, it means that you can buy 2 fleet ships fully paid for, or effectively fully paid for, to up to 13 already purchased C-Star ships as upgrades per character. Sorry, I missed that bit about that. That is per character, but it will take 70. But this will take 70 days from when you start the reputation for a new character or new reputation. This is purely based on timers, and 70 days is pretty much the thing. I will also mention that you can't sell these fleet ship modules onto someone else, so you have to do. So you will need to spend those 70 days on the character you want to get this fleet ship on. Now, one of the biggest questions, one of the people here we go. What's about the fantastic fleet precision and unlocks kingdom permission to buy and stuff like that? Well, it's a bit of a tricky progress. The trickiest course of action for me to write in this guide, because this, believe it or not, isn't something you as a player can always have full control over. This actually is down to other players who manage your fleet that you've joined. However, most well-established fleets will have plenty of provisions for fleet ships and a route to earn promotions to buy the fleet ships in the first place and get other gear. This process will be dependent on the fleet and may be time gated to. So do read up on your particular fleet you join to work out how to get up there. So it can be a swine, and you do have to notice if there's actually anyone who's regularly anyone who has got the ability to promote. That's usually the fleet leaders and the few levels below to get up to the fleet. As for getting this ship unlocked, this is actually totally dependent on the fleet ship. The fleet progress on the ability. As for getting the ship unlocked, this will depend on the progress of the fleet facilities and this if you want a quote a tier 5 star shipyard ship, you will need to wait for almost a year to unlock the ability to buy it. But this does mean that certain ships won't be available in the short term but you can move to another fleet and they will probably have it available. The big question some of you are going asking, why the heck am I talking about fleet ships now? Well, in short, I've got two videos in the work. I've got Fleet Basics, aka Fleet Basics 101 and Fleet Basics 201. I'm more or less going to be shooting both of these series at the same time because a free ship at any time, and that is a question mark and an asterisk because those are deliberate, but that won't. And this video is basically that asterisk. This video fits in both series to some degree, and last year I finished the main Star Trek Online story, and well, my budget builds videos has been the only real content that I can get going on, getting content outside of my non-Star Trek Online content, and that's been hit and miss. But anyway, this has been Mike Shirtwriter. See you guys next time.